Hello, UK Fire and Rescue Knots here. Just an introductory video of myself and what I'm looking to do for the channel. So I'm a firefighter who's been in for a few years now in a UK fire and rescue service in the south of the UK. I just wanted to show all the different knots and the lines that we use since I've began my journey as a firefighter. So I think this would have helped me when I became a firefighter in learning how to tie these knots and all the different ones out there. I'll be going through the fire service knots that all firefighters should know, and then there's some water rescue ones, there's an animal rescue one, and there's a few others which are used by the fire and rescue service but not as often, and I go to a station which does animal rescue and water rescue. So in terms of the fire service knots, we have the overhand knot, the figure of eight on a bight, a re-row figure of eight, alpine butterfly, rolling hitch, clove hitch, thrower clove hitch, bowline, and round turn 2 half hitches. All of those knots I had to learn whilst I was in training school, and you have to be able to show that you can do them, show to a peer that you can do them, and then show to one of the instructors that you're able to do them. So all of those I had to be able to do before I was allowed to pass out of training school. So those are the essential ones that every firefighter should know and does know. And then we've got the water rescue knots. So you've got the double fisherman's knot, the Italian hitch, and the figure of 9 knot. There are more knots with water rescue, but those are the ones that I know how to do and will be able to show you, whereas the other ones I'm not 100% familiar with, so don't want to overstep me mark. Animal rescue knot is just a quick release knot. Nice easy one there. And then I've got a few knots which are just helpful for what they are. So there's an overhand knot on the bight which gets used for BA. We don't tend to do it, and how to extend a line using a carabiner. And so out in front of me here as well, I've got my 2 lines that I use to practice with at home. So these are 10mm by 5 meters. You can get these both on Amazon. They're under a tenner each. I'll put a link in the description. So they're really useful for me practicing. They are floating lines, so if you were to chuck it on water, it would float. Obviously you'd spread it out, so it'd be like that way. And you can also see there's little markings on there, which if it were to be put through like a petrol ID system or it's moving, you can see that movement, whereas if it was a solid colour, it'd be a lot more difficult to see the speed of the line when it's moving. As well as it's reflective at night, so if you shine a torch on it, it would reflect back to you, which is obviously very helpful. Got a carabiner here. This is a locking one, so you see unlocked and then tighten up. That's locked. This is a Mammoth one, but in the fire service we use Petzl, which is a very reputable brand, but this one is very good as well. And you can see a few little collections of stuff to try and help show when I do the videos. So if it's a fire service knot, have that one in. If it's a knot I think is just generally helpful that is used in the fire service but not absolutely, fundamental for it, it's on there. Let's move water rescue and then the animal rescue. And these are all the knots that I think will help. And if there's any extra knots that people think of and want me to do a video demonstrating, I'll do that. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to do ones where I can show you about how to use it, say lifting a hose aloft, lifting different firefighting equipment, sledgehammer, axe, lots of different bits. So there's a fair few bits I can show out there, but I hope you'll enjoy the videos I've got coming up soon. Thank you.